It's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff.
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather.
What did you think about what he had to say about you when he said you're way better than Floyd Money Mayweather? I know you heard that he said that. What thoughts came to your mind when you heard that Canelo Alvarez said that about you?
Hey, that's a big compliment. He's been in the ring with both of us, so he would know, from.
Just shocking. Floyd Mayweather versus Terence Crawford. After years of endless debates about who really sits on the throne of boxing greatness, things just took a wild turn. Terence "Bud" Crawford didn't just win. He shook the entire sport when he dominated Canelo Alvarez in a way nobody thought possible.
Had a great 5th round, and Terence Crawford knew he had to make a stand in this 6th round. That shot got Canelo's attention as Crawford's back was against the ropes. It's a good shot from Crawford, and that shot and that exchange allowed him to box the way he wanted to.
And suddenly, all eyes are back on Floyd Mayweather, with whispers that a fight between the two legends might finally be more than just a fantasy. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because this is going to be a good one. And I once again have to ask seriously, if Mayweather and Crawford ever step into the ring, whose legacy truly survives the night? Because after Canelo's shocking post-fight comments, Max Kellerman's return to the commentary desk, and Mayweather himself chiming in from the sidelines, this debate just turned into the hottest topic in boxing. Crawford's victory over Canelo wasn't just another win. It was a performance so complete, so disciplined, that fans were left comparing it to Mayweather's best nights.
If you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Canelo admitted himself in front of the world, Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. Think about the weight of that statement. This isn't just a rival talking. This is the same Canelo who faced Mayweather in 2013 and took his first professional loss at just 23 years old. What stunned fans most was how Crawford neutralized Canelo's power. Every time Canelo tried to press forward, Crawford shut him down with defense that looked eerily similar to prime Floyd.
Given the fact that his coach said that, he felt like I couldn't hurt Canelo with anything, and Canelo can hurt me with everything. So I think, they put that in his head. And then when he got in there, he was like, whoa, they lied to me. This dude can punch.
Yet, unlike Floyd, Crawford also pressed his own offense, making Canelo look confused, frustrated, and out of answers. Many fans argued afterward that Crawford could have won by an even wider margin than the scorecard showed. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement, and it immediately sparked a firestorm of comparisons. But that's when the legacy debate exploded.
The thing about Crawford that people have to understand, it's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, then I didn't, but then he won the rematch.
Enter Max Kellerman. After decades as one of boxing's most respected voices, he made his return to the commentary desk for this fight. And his words carried serious weight. Kellerman didn't shy away from giving Floyd his flowers. He praised Mayweather's brilliance, his deeper resume, his legendary defense. But then came the twist. Kellerman pointed out something fans have whispered for years.
But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time. That makes a difference to people.
After Mayweather left lightweight, he became very selective about when and who he fought. His resume is stacked with names. But critics always say he waited until opponents were a little older, a little slower, a little less dangerous. Crawford, Kellerman argued, is different. His resume might not have as many big names yet, but Crawford's mindset has always been the opposite. Fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. And that, Kellerman said, is why fans feel his legacy is becoming more Sugar Ray Robinson level. Not just about records, but about the impression left on people who watch him fight.
Let me ask you this. Again, also talking about Floyd. He didn't start fighting real fighters, in my opinion, until he left Top Rank.
Okay.
Also. Like, I feel like Top
Oscar,
Rank
you can say the same thing about Oscar.
Yeah. I feel like, promotionals are hold them back, hold a lot of fighters back. Terence Crawford was also a Top Rank fighter.
Kellerman didn't crown Crawford over Floyd, but his nuanced take gave fuel to a firestorm that boxing fans couldn't stop talking about. But this wasn't just analysts. Legends and rivals started weighing in.
Mastered the art of knowing when to fight somebody and when not to fight somebody. I mean, that he's the best in that game. He's the best in, making money and making all the, the huge fights happen. But why? Because he was timing every single one of them. He never fought nobody really in their prime. He always
After junior lightweight. Junior lightweight, he did.
100%.
He didn't fight Paul Williams, so we all wanted to
So he changed the game in the worst way possible. You're right. Everybody's trying to protect their own. I had to break that, right, with Tank. I made sure we made
you
that
broke
fight.
the
That was
protecting
real.
the officer.
Ryan Garcia lit social media on fire by blasting Mayweather. He said Floyd changed boxing in the worst way possible, accusing him of cherry-picking fights and protecting his undefeated record at all costs. Garcia admitted Floyd was a genius at making money, but argued it came at the expense of boxing's competitive spirit.
Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger.
Meanwhile, Shane Mosley, a fighter who knows both men's styles better than most, praised Crawford as the more dangerous overall package. Mosley explained that Crawford's size, long arms, and adaptability would give him a real edge over Mayweather. Suddenly, what started as post-fight analysis turned into a full-blown generational argument. Younger fighters seemed to lean toward Crawford, while old-school fans clung to Floyd's untouchable 50-0 record. And then Mayweather himself fueled the fire. Floyd Mayweather didn't respond with words. Instead, he did what he always does. He showed the money. The day after the fight, Mayweather posted a bet slip showing he put $50,000 on Crawford to beat Canelo. The payout? $124,000. It was classic Floyd. No long press conference, no arguments, just proof that he bet on the right side, and proof that he's still watching every big fight closely. Fans immediately started speculating. Was this just Floyd being Floyd? Or was he hinting that he's ready to step back into the spotlight himself?
Versus Mike Tyson, it's been signed for under Mayweather Promotions and Mike Tyson Promotions for 2020-26. Worldwide broadcast. Special exhibition. Who the hell would have thought we would be getting this?
With Mayweather already set to return for an exhibition against Mike Tyson, it raised a new question. Could Mayweather actually be warming up for something much bigger? Something like a showdown with Terence Crawford? And the timing couldn't be crazier, because another shocking fight is already on the horizon. Just when the boxing world thought it couldn't get any crazier, the headlines hit. Mike Tyson, at 59 years old, is officially stepping back into the ring against none other than Floyd Mayweather. On paper, it sounds absurd. Two legends from different weight classes, different eras, and different fighting styles. But in the world of exhibition boxing, where spectacle and money often outweigh logic, it makes perfect sense. Tyson himself admitted he wasn't even chasing the fight. It was Floyd who wanted it. During a candid chat with Fat Joe, Tyson laughed about how Mayweather just wanted to pick a fight.
Well, I look at it in a situation like this. I mean, they compared me to a Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I'm talking about as far as skills. You know, as far as my skills, and I feel I'm on the level of a Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, and I feel that he's not on the level of a Roberto Duran, so he's not gonna be able to handle it at all. You can mark my word to that.
While slyly acknowledging, of course, the bag is involved. This wasn't a charity spar. This was two of boxing's biggest names cashing in on nostalgia, hype, and curiosity. For Mayweather, though, the fight is more than just a payday. Facing Tyson keeps him in the public eye, ensures his name dominates headlines, and, importantly, forces him to sharpen up for a real camp, even if it's technically an exhibition. Every punch, every press conference, every clip will reignite interest in Floyd as a fighter, not just as a retired legend. And that's why fans are whispering that this Tyson exhibition might not just be for fun. It could be Floyd's way of dipping his toes back into serious waters, a warm-up for something much bigger, something like Terence Crawford. But while Mayweather tests the waters with Tyson, Crawford has even bigger plans. Crawford isn't slowing down. In fact, he's chasing history. Reports say he's preparing to move down to 160 pounds, with the goal of becoming a six-division world champion. If successful, that would put him in rare company among the greatest to ever lace up gloves. His potential opponents? None other than Janibek Alimkhanuly, the undefeated Kazakh champion with a perfect 17-0 record, and Arislandi Lara, the Cuban technician who's been a thorn in the side of middleweights for years. Both men hold belts. Both present tough challenges, and if Crawford beats either one, let alone both, his resume becomes even harder to argue against when comparing him to Mayweather.
Crawford, no. We ain't doing that fight. Maybe planning on vacating the belts? No, we ain't gonna vacate the belts. You know, we just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then, just like I said, get back in the gym and do our thing.
Trainer Brian Bomac McIntyre revealed that Crawford's team had been planning this middleweight move for more than a year, proving this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision after Canelo. Crawford himself has explained that he wasn't bulking up for higher weights. He was simply cutting less, meaning he could slide down to 160 without weakening himself, keeping his power, speed, and defense intact. Imagine the optics. Crawford, fresh off dismantling Canelo at super middleweight, then dropping down to middleweight to unify titles again. That would make him a six-division champ at 38 years old, a feat so wild that even boxing historians would have to put him in the all-time great discussion alongside Sugar Ray Robinson and Henry Armstrong. But as impressive as another belt would be, for fans, there's still one matchup that overshadows all others, because no matter who Crawford fights next, there's only one showdown people want to see: Floyd Mayweather versus Terence Crawford.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
No.
This is where the debate truly catches fire. On one side, you've got Floyd Mayweather, the ultimate defensive genius, a man who built a perfect 50-0 record by making even world-class fighters swing at air. His timing, his reflexes, his ability to control pace, unmatched in his era. On the other side, you've got Terence Crawford, versatile, mean, and patient, He can switch stances mid-round, adapt to any style, and break down even the most dangerous opponents. Unlike Floyd, Crawford doesn't just win. He looks to dominate. Stephen A. Smith put it best. Floyd was a magician, nearly untouchable, while Crawford is more willing to take punches and still keep pressing.
His own experience. You know, a lot of people, they can say this, they can say that, but there's only, you know, a few people that can say they've been in the ring with Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather and give their own assumption.
With Floyd, you could barely land clean. With Crawford, even if you land, he keeps coming forward, breaking you down bit by bit. The fan base is split. Some argue Mayweather ducked fighters in their primes, like Pacquiao, waiting until the timing favored him. Others defend Floyd as the smartest man in boxing history, a master strategist who never put himself in unnecessary danger. But here's the kicker. Crawford isn't just a fighter. He's a throwback to an older era, willing to risk it all for greatness. If he fights Mayweather, it's not just about money or hype. It's about answering a question boxing fans have been screaming for years. Can anyone beat Floyd Mayweather at his own game? And now, the question is no longer if, but when. So here's where things stand. Crawford's shocking victory over Canelo has reignited the greatest boxing debate of the modern era. Max Kellerman brought history into the conversation. Ryan Garcia threw gasoline on the fire with criticism. Shane Mosley added respect to Crawford's skills. And Floyd Mayweather himself made sure his presence was felt with that winning bet slip. Meanwhile, Tyson versus Mayweather is on the way. Crawford is plotting history at middleweight, and the chatter around Floyd versus Crawford has never been louder. At the end of the day, it comes down to one burning question. If Mayweather and Crawford ever collide, will Floyd's perfect defense hold up one last time? Or will Bud Crawford rewrite history again and hand Money Mayweather the first loss of his career? Let me know in the comments who you've got in this dream fight. Because one thing's for sure, the boxing world is ready and the debate is only getting hotter.
The fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska, USA, and new Ring Magazine, an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford.
All right, guys, for the best updates on boxing news, moments, events, and actions, subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on notifications to never miss out on quality content. And check out our other videos. Until next time, peace out.